Hello everyone, welcome to the Geekdom, the place where we outcasts come to talk about the things we love, and today we're talking about ancient LEGO themes. LEGO themes that have retired, LEGO themes that we want back. We've got a top 5 for you today. Let's jump right in with number 5, being Bionicle. I know what you guys are thinking, Bionicle? At number 5? That's number 1 territory, and I know a lot of you out there, you love Bionicle, and I understand the appeal. There's some great sets out there. I mean, Bionicle first launched in 2001 and ran all the way up until 2010 with a little brief, revival in 2015 and 2016, which didn't do too well, and in my personal opinion, was a bit rubbish. But even so, that's a long run, okay? It ran for 9 years. It was like the first of a long line of different things that LEGO came up with, in sort of like an action figure style. We had this, we had Hero Factory, which we'll mention later. We had some Star Warsy ones. They even did some Ben 10 in this sort of style, so it was a bit of an innovator in the world of LEGO. It had all sorts of custom pieces that were designed for Bionicle. It was across all forms of media. It had comics, novels, its own TV series. It had a tie-in game, which, come on, it was great fun back in the day. And that's really important because without that, we never would have had some awesome things like LEGO Ninjago, which you know I absolutely love. We've got Ninjago everywhere in the LEGO Geekdom setup. We know how much I love Ninjago, so you've got to give props to Bionicle, because without it, we wouldn't have had it. At number 4 on this list, we have Hero Factory. I know, put your pitchforks away. I know that's a bit of a hot take, right? I know putting Hero Factory above Bionicle is enough to get you shot these days, but it was mine. It was my era. I really loved Hero Factory. There was some just really cool things going on in that LEGO theme. Hero Factory was released in 2010 as a successor to Bionicle, and it went on till about 2014. It was more focused on easy assembly, so it had a lot more modular pieces, which I think made for a bit more sturdy and playable action figure style LEGO sets. The storyline of it all followed some heroes, being Stormer, Furno and Bulk, fighting all sorts of villains. It also had a lot of video games, comics, and online mini-series sort of thing. Not as maybe fleshed out as Bionicle, which I can understand why people do prefer Bionicle, but it was mine. It was my childhood. At number 3, we have a childhood classic of mine, which is LEGO Legends of Chima. This thing ran from 2013 to 2015, but I've got to say it felt like a lot longer, and I think it deserved a lot longer as well. Obviously, it was set in the mystical land of Chima with all the kind of anthropomorphic animals. You know, they were stood up on their hind legs, that sort of stuff. It had some really awesome stuff. You had the concept of the legend beasts coming in like a smaller, more affordable set where you could get the heroes like Laval and Eris and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. But it also had a lot of the motorized vehicles, and just like Ninjago had spinners and air jitsu flyers, this had the speedors, which were really, really cool. It had its own TV series, which was awesome. In my opinion, it was such a really great storyline between the different tribes and all the fighting and stuff, all fighting over the mystical chi. Now, I find that in LEGO themes, something that really drives a lot of the sales for particularly younger audiences is stuff to collect. So you had the chi that you really wanted, or in Ninjago you have the golden weapons and stuff like that, which is always really, really cool. This wave of sets also had a crazy amount of custom pieces, because every single head mold was different, and also the speedos, the weapons, the armor. It was so many custom pieces. It was a relatively short-lived theme, but it lives in the hearts of so many LEGO fans, and I personally would love a revival. In the number 2 spot, we have LEGO Nexo Knights. Never in a million years would I have predicted that I was going to put this above Chima back in the day, but it is. It's such a good theme. So many awesome sets and play features and characters. The show was amazing. It was introduced in 2016 and ran until 2018. Once again, a relatively short-lived one, just like Chima. Something really unique about this is the mobile game that came out with it. Now, with it, you could scan the Nexo powers that came in sets, or if there was a special rare one that appeared on the TV series, you could also use that in the show, in the game, sorry. So that incentivized people to A, watch the show, play the game, buy the sets. It was just one big, great idea, which sadly just didn't take off as much as it should have done. There's all sorts of custom pieces, being the armor, the shields, which were really cool. All the monsters look great as well. Let's not forget Jestro and the Monster Book of Monsters. It had some classic LEGO voice actors came in. I know the voice actor of Kai plays Jestro, which is really cool. So many awesome characters. I mean, the Fortrex, that is on my holy grail dream set list. I love this theme. And finally, in the number 1 spot is a bit of a weird one, and it's LEGO Dimensions. What a great concept. I was never a Skylanders kid, but I was a LEGO Dimensions kid. It's so good. I loved that theme. The fact that it opened so many doors to things that you just never would see from LEGO. I mean, we had Knight Rider, we had Mission Impossible, Back to the Future, we had The Simpsons, Portal, right? So many avenues to get stuff from, which is so cool. Sadly, it was expensive for a LEGO game because you had to buy all the different stuff, and it just didn't work out. They didn't have a solid plan for it, and I think it just died a bit of a death. But it produced some amazing things. I mean, just the minifigures that came in the packs alone was enough to sell me, particularly for things like Portal, which we're just never going to get a set for. It even had some custom pieces for stuff like that. I mean, the Portal gun, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. It came out in 2015 and was discontinued in 2017, sadly. And as I said, it featured so many different franchises. I mean, never in a million years would I thought I'd get a game where Batman can go and talk to Doctor Who about what Gandalf's been up to. Do you know what I mean? It's just, wow, so much going on. It had a decent main storyline that I don't think many people focused on, to be honest, because the main exciting thing was the open world. You could go to all these great different dimensions. There was a Ninjago world. The Lego Batman movie got a story pack, which was awesome. So many great things. I just think it was a little bit late to the party. Skylanders beat them, you know? Disney Infinity was doing really well. It's just one of them. But hopefully, one day, LEGO will see their mistake, and they'll bring back LEGO Dimensions. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this short little video today. I just wanted to talk about some of my favourite classic LEGO themes. If you have enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe down below. At the time of recording this, we've not yet hit 1,000 subscribers, but we are this close. We're like 20 subs off. So if you haven't subscribed and you did like the video, click down below. Let me know what other things you like. I love doing these little top 5s with you guys. So you just let me know, and I'll do as you ask. Thanks very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.